Sir, the Talking Apes movie we made is making a killing at the box office. We have to make a sequel. But the guys want to know, how do you top Talking Apes? My dear boy, that's simple. Talking Apes on horseback. My God, sir, that's brilliant. Should we bring on Tim Burton to direct? Good heavens, no, boy. Bring me someone good. Hello the YouTubes, Ash back once again, this time with a review for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, no, that's too many of these. First of all, I just want to apologise to everybody in America for that despicable accent that you've just heard. I'm not an actor. I don't even know why I tried. So, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is the sequel to 2011's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Is it just me, or does that seem a little bit backwards? Shouldn't it be Dawn, then the Rise? Get back to me on that. The film is directed by Matt Reeves, who also did Cloverfield, and it stars Gary Oldman, Jason Clarke, Toby, Kebbel, Keri, but most importantly and most amazingly, Andy Serkis as Caesar. Wow! Wow! I'll get onto this in a minute, but wow! The film set 10 years after Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and since then, mankind has gone to shit. Half of the population's been wiped out by simian flu, which we saw the beginnings of in Rise. The other half, well, they say the other half, but half of what was left have been wiped out through war. So there's just a few bands of survivors. Basically, humanity's been knocked back about 200 years. They're fucked. On the flip side, apes are on the rise. Again, this should be called Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and the other one should have been Dawn. This is gonna bug me forever. Apes have now split off and created their own little communities. They've got schools. They learn to read and write. It's amazing. I don't want to give much more away than this. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm going to keep this review fairly vague. I'm just going to tell you why you should see it, why it's so good. And later on I'll do a full spoiler discussion for everyone who's seen it or anyone who just doesn't care about spoilers, because there's so much to talk about. Let's start off with the acting. Can't spoil anything with the acting, can I? Yeah, let's go with that. Gary Oldman, as always, is absolutely spot on. He really makes you feel for his character. You'll get the impression from the trailers that he's a bit of a douche, but there's more to him than that. Jason Clarke, again, also excellent, but the film really belongs to Toby, Kebbel and Andy Serkis, who play Cobra and Caesar respectively, two of the main apes. Honestly, you've seen nothing like it. If the Academy don't pull their heads out of their asses and recognise Andy Serkis soon, there's going to be hell on. Seriously, every year you get top-notch performances that are worthy of Oscars. Don't get me wrong. But they're always just a person in front of a camera. What Andy Serkis is doing is just the next level. It's a step above. I don't know who gets the most credit here. I don't know if it's Andy Serkis or whether it's Weta Digital who did the effects. But you can see every single emotion on these apes' faces. I've seen nothing like it. 99% of the effects in this film were perfect. I'm not just talking good, I'm talking perfect. I had to keep reminding myself that these weren't real apes. That's how good it was. And I am a twat for picking up on bad CGI. Matt Reeves' direction, again, perfect. Everything in this film is nigh on perfect. I don't usually gush this much about movies unless I feel they really deserve it, and oh, this film deserves it. As I said, Matt Reeves absolutely nails it. He immerses you in this world. It makes you feel like humanity is all but lost and these apes are such a threat, yet not. And that's what I really, really love about the film, is how it draws parallels between the humans and the apes. Within the groups, there are similar characters that have, well, let's just say each side has one that you can't quite trust. You just can't help but feel he's going to fuck it up for everybody. And I'm not going to say whether that happens or not, but you have that tension running through the entire time. And it keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you guessing. The whole film keeps you guessing, actually. I'm not alone in this, that I thought it was going to be a bit too Avatar-ish. You've got a human going in to live with another species and befriend them, and they're going to struggle when things don't go their way. But it's not really like that. What it does, it paints everything in shades of grey. It's not black and white. You can see everybody's motives and you can understand why they do what they do, even if you wouldn't necessarily do it yourself. I really want to tell you who I'm talking about and what they've done, but I can't take that away from you. I would feel awful. Wow, this is really hard. That I can't think of anything to say that isn't gonna give anything away, because this is one of those films that you really need to experience for yourself. It's not often you get a big summer blockbuster that's this good on every level. You usually get them where you've got fantastic action or you've got a brilliant storyline. You never get them intertwined. This film has everything, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to anybody when I say that I am giving this 5 Academy Awards. Everything is on point. The acting, the directing, the story, the script, the effects. It's all absolutely A-star brilliant. Just, what are you waiting for? Go and see this film so then you can come back and watch my spoiler review. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, find me on Facebook, and remember to come back for the spoiler-filled review. As usual, tell your friends, tell your family, don't tell me mum. I'll catch you next time.